The opioid crisis crosses all cultural divides right across the country. And here in the Lower Mainland, the local South Asian community is tackling this national crisis head-on. Tom Walsh has the story.
Mostly dual addict, alcoholic, drug addict, and lots of new generation is just only drug addict. But used to was we think about only alcohol problem, and now we got more drug problem in our families than anything else.
It's the changing face of addiction, bridging the cultural divide. Canada's opioid crisis affects everyone. And here in the Vancouver suburb of Surrey, one addiction counsellor is speaking out about the shocking numbers in the community.
One member in each family average about alcoholic drug addict. If we don't have, some families we don't have any alcoholic drug addict, then your next family you go, you can find maybe 2, 3 alcoholic and drug addict.
Hardev Randhawa runs an addiction clinic for men from all backgrounds, but he also has a separate one just for patients from the South Asian community. Many of those who come to him are in a desperate situation, stuck in a job cycle that fuels their habit.
Well, I think the opiates they're using to work, like when all the people working in the construction industries, roofing, and plumbing, all the industries, hard work they do. And the opiates, I think you don't feel too tired when you're working, and they don't understand they can hook up and then hard to stop again.
That's why addiction clinics like these across the country are aiming to expand their services beyond alcohol and other drug use to take on the growing number of opioid addicts in the South Asian community. The Roshni Clinic opened last spring in Surrey, BC, to provide services for South Asian patients addicted to alcohol and stimulants like cocaine. However, following the province's worst year of opioid overdoses that saw over 1,000 deaths, it's now expanding its services. It's a move aimed at providing a culturally sensitive solution towards a growing crisis.
It's been encouraging. I mean, the more services we're able to offer, the better. I also work in the hospital at Surrey Memorial, and I meet many people who have an opiate use disorder, who don't speak English, and for whom a culturally sensitive clinic like this would be quite welcoming.
But BC's South Asian community are not alone. Across the country, many of its members are also battling addiction. Last December, the Alberta government allocated $560,000 to tackle the opioid crisis for the Punjab community. In Toronto, similar services are already in place in Brampton and Mississauga. It's a crisis that's quickly surpassed more traditional forms of addiction.
All of a sudden, since 2016, we are seeing the same rate of alcohol use, but a spike in drug-addicted clients. And that is what worrisome. And I think that whether we go to Vancouver, whether we go to Calgary, Montreal, or Toronto, Ontario, I think the problem is that the community is struggling to deal with this crisis.
Now, there's no exact date yet as to when the clinic will be offering opioid addiction services, but in the meantime, Fraser health authorities say they need as many practitioners as possible from the South Asian community to help get the project going. I'm Tom Walsh in Surrey for City News.